Well, let's get into the pistol round here for Vertigo. VP will be on the T-side start. The odds on one expect also do favor the CIS squad. So Fnatic got a lot to do, a lot of work that needs to be put into effect here as we get to the pistols, and Yakinda already gets Jakino instantly in with the frag. Not even any mercy shown, a headshot taking his head clean off.
A nice start coming through from the VP side, just taking this ramp control, a little bit of util to get at least one of the cross smokes down on towards the A side, but they've still got a bit of a lurk at B as well, just to try and see if they can push Fnatic and get another man advantage.
Roland boosted up here, flashes inbound, Yakinda lands another beautiful headshot, clinical as anything onto JW. 5 versus 3 game, bomb plant secured for Buster. Golden starts making his way up close and personal, sees where Buster is, taps on the frag. 4 versus 3, Fnatic get their start here in this map up. They need to continue facing, they need to try and find the pick back on Jaime in particular. Golden gives up the shoulder, wins out the fight, but Sanji's there for a quick response to Trey Bottom, looks up the sandbags, gets one good headshot, but that's as far as it goes, and Crim's left alone here to clutch it without a kit, without util, facing it against both players. Kicker will catch him looking the wrong way at the wrong time and giving the pistol to VP.
What a beautiful start that was coming out for Yakinda. Those 2 taps to start off, just being able to open up the A or the B side, just being able to see if they can continue running forward. Now Fnatic are going to be in a bit of a position where they're going to force by going into the second round, look to see if they can charge back in. Nice little retake coming in from Golden, but eventually they just needed more numbers to be in their favor, and Crims just couldn't win out the clutch.
The Deagles and the CZs in for Fnatic, forcing the issue back here on the second round. Hand cannons are plenty. SMGs on Yakinda and Buster. Rifles inbound. Yakinda gets that frag immediately on Brolin, wasting no time picking apart that opening kill.
And I've got a bit of a feeling that we might be seeing a bit of a Yakinda show coming on here on Vertigo. Already just some sensational entries up towards this ramp position. Bit more of a lean now for the City side, bringing 3 players on A and maybe even a complete gamble in the end.
Made on Yakinda, tagging for 3 points of health. Very little damage done to Virtus.pro overall here, at least comparing towards Fnatic and their health line. Shakino's tagged to 66, bronze on 0. Bit of an A-stack set here from the Fnatic camp though, so maybe VP could be walking into the trap here, but with how well Yakinda's fragging, I don't doubt that they'll be able to style their way out of it. Kicker does get caught, but Shakino's responded to by Jaime. Bomb plant secured in the 4 versus 2, JW flash forward, trying to get some shot through the smoke, has absolutely no idea what the T's are planting for though, leaving Golden alone in a 1v4.
Best to just try and see if he can hold on to this Deagle and Kevlar, but even that, I don't even know how he escapes back out from the sniper's nest. Not to be Sanji just holding the angle up towards Orange. Nice little second round coming in for Virtus.pro. And for Fnatic, you could see the way in which they just try and flash JW through the smoke, hope to try and deny that bomb, or at least get some kills coming in, but doesn't quite happen. A lot of entry frags coming through for VP. Be on a pretty low eco, not much of investment to follow.
Yeah, AK is involved, of course, with VP's camp. They've got the MAC-10 still in for Kicker and the MP5 for Yakinda. Farming up money here against Fnatic if at all possible. No Kevlar at all, so for the City side, it should just be an easy affair of just mowing him down and getting this round together. Stack out towards the B side play for the CT forces. Molotovs and smokes in to suppress in case Fnatic are up to something. And Plant just goes down here. 5v5 for the retake. Fnatic probably just go full send into this because they're not losing anything. That makes a lot of sense.
At the same time, though, this could just be the farm machine coming in for Kicker. He's the one with the SMG, at least trying to see if they can take those early contact duels, just see if they can get more and more money off this one.
Bursting up for Yakinda, doesn't get overwhelmed. Kicker lines up 3 kills, however. Oh, runs out of ammo to make it a quadra. Sanji's got to bail him out. Being a 3-0 start for Virtus.pro Fnatic. Now up for the gun round here. Rifles involved, AWP for Chiquino. Orgs on 2, M4s on 2 more. Those are the full guns out, putting out the SMGs for AKs for VP.
Yeah, nicely done. A lot of farm up money coming in, a lot of kill bonus being added up, and for Fnatic, this is now an opportunity to see what Chiquino's got to offer. I know that me and you, Jay, have had an opportunity in some of the lower-end cups to see exactly what Fnatic can bring to the table, and Chiquino has been an absolute star. He's been a really consistent player for them as of late.
There he is, chiming in for Kicker. Good frag found for the AWP. The AUG could be a little bit less successful. No, he finds Yakinda as well on the ramp control. Bron's got to get back out of position though. James hunting for the frag, but he gives up enough info to get the frag together, and they might have also seen the bomb getting dropped. JW onto Buster, now leaves it all to Sanji. 1v5. Well out of dodge and well out of chances.
What a beautiful round from Fnatic. We see the early ramp contact coming in for the AWP. They swing on it. Then there's even a position in which they start taking fights up from the B stairs. And Sanji has really got not a lot that he can do for this position, just waiting for overextensions out from mid. Does get away with 1 kill, but he gets dinked down in the process.
Should be easy for the hunt to come through for Fnatic. And he knows that he's just, yeah, he's got to get rid of that AK. Try and stop him from coming forward here for the VP side. Grab the AUG at least back towards that mid control for JW, but none of the AKs get picked up by Fnatic, so 3-1. And rebuy should be afforded by VP, so one good response can equate towards it. They had a little bit of a lesser buy with the Galil in play, but the AWP's out with the AKs in full here for VP this time. I think they get that extra firepower going, but honestly, not a lot of concessions had to be made there in that buy for the T side.
Now, Golden going quite aggressive to start off out towards the B stairs, trying to see if they can get some early contact. A lot of map control looking to be taken by the CTs, but Buster just works on the edge of that smoke and deals with Golden.
Shot on for Giacchino. Straight in against Sanji to get the trades. 4 versus 4. JW catches Buster. A little bit too aggressive, so Fnatic are getting some decent reads on VP's positioning here. JW does get called by Kicker on the straight-up Angel down towards the main entrance. So 3v3, and the CTs have been drawn back here towards the B side. The AWP takes his swing on Crims and wins that fight nicely. Now that's the man advantage of VP, and they are on the rotation.
A great duel being won out by the AWP. You could even see Crims like pre-aiming that boost spot coming in, but James still wins out that fight. And Brolin is going to have a lot to do out towards A, but for Virtus.pro, seemed like they were going to start rotating away from B. Instead, they slow it down, they start the double pump, and even Giacchino's starting to rotate away.
Fall back here for the AWP, thinking that they might be on the A site, seeing nothing else. AK is coming in for Kicker, just going to be the entry player. Giacchino's on the quick rotations back, seeing that utility, hearing it coming forward, but doesn't go for the full rotation, realizing it's probably better for Fnatic to hold on to the weapons.
Just a misread is really what it comes down to Fnatic. That was well played in the bait from Virtus.pro. You can see they're trying to make some footsteps away, faking that they're going to start the rotation back from T-spawn into A, and instead they just don't at all. Fnatic take a bit of a risk. They know they're down by 1. They're in a 2 versus 3 scenario. They think, okay, let's just work together. Brolin's already out towards the sandbags. We'll bring Giacchino in, have that crossfire being set. And for Virtus.pro, they commit towards B. It seems like for a moment Giacchino is thinking about rotating back over, but the call just gets saved. Let's just hold on to our weapons, and a 4th round gets gained from the CIS squad.
There you go, 4th to the board of VP, simple stuff. Fnatic just having a hold on to these weapons, keep it in play for round 6. There could be a force buy coming in for them. It will be very, very difficult for them, however. VP wonderfully done there towards the B-side entry. He's going to pull in Fnatic for the loop and ultimately outplaying, forcing Fnatic to second guess where they go with this one. T-side tactical timeout coming in from VP. I'm kind of surprised it's them that takes the tactical here.
Just realizing that this could be one of the swing rounds. Like for them, they convert round 6. They probably start building their lead even further. They can reset the economy of the city side straight away. And just taking that mental breather, realize that they are on top. They've looked pretty confident so far, but just don't let it slip.
SMG for Golden might be the main sticking point in terms of Fnatic's lacking in the buy. Still mostly rifles out for them, though, so the M4s and the AUG can still contest AWP as well for Giacchino, who, as you mentioned, has been the bright spark for Fnatic in the last handful of weeks. AKs and the AWP out, of course, standard for VP. Should be expecting them to be able to steamroll if they so desire. What's the call here? Back into the A defaults, going to play towards the B stairs again. It seems like a split of the 2. She contact up towards the mid position in the upper part of the map. James wins the AWP fight against Giacchino, though that takes a crucial element away from Fnatic.
A big fight to be won out. Giacchino's been the guy to at least get opening man advantages out towards the ramp contacts. And now for Virtus.pro, they're leaning in towards the B stairs. They're going to have to clear out this left-hand side, though.
Buster sees his man. Golden just couldn't account for the AK. Didn't expect it to be there as the smoke faded. Didn't see him in time. The M4JW does get 1 response, and Crims responds as well to a 3 versus 3 scenario. But Molotov's inbound will force JW out into the open in the midst of this smoke. Will VP detect it? Will they try and flush him out from the quad position? Sanji's tagged the 66, which might be the worst player for VP at the moment. They go for the rotations again, slowly back into A.
at least for Virtus.pro, they don't put all of their utility into the B side. Like, they've still got a couple of smokes, they've got a molly too. They could start running the clock, but for Fnatic, what can they gain out of info from this? JW's now pushing slightly forward out towards the B stairs. He can call the info over that they've rotated away.
Walking up here towards ramp, and Brolin is here with the AUG standing by. Sanji and Kicker will be the players to move onwards. JW is creeping in the backstab. Now he's going to get information, calling the second player to the rotation. But can he complete the backstab in time for the execution? Brolin is watching ramp. The AWP is going to challenge him, forcing him away. JW stuck so close towards them. James accounts for it. Goes looking to the backstab, catches the backstab player. The 3-on-2 scenario, Kicker's head has been seen, and Brolin can get a frag for it. So even as we go, but VP are backing off.
Sanji just got to be the bait. Try and set that AWP up. Peak comes in. A third kill now down for James, and it all comes to Crims to clutch.
And tap the bomb in the 5-second defuse. He's going to extend, though, and Sanji's read it like a book. Headshot's all he needs. M4 wins the fight, though. James on 5 HP, and now Crims has got to get back on the bomb here. Tap it once. AWP will peek it, heard the footstep. Seeing Crims right there. The M4 baited, the AK shot not connecting, and neither does the AWP either. But James is stalling for time. Eventually will end up falling, but he's gotten enough out of this. The AWP's got to get picked up and recovered for Crims, because VP are taking 5.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, one of those orbs got thrown away, but there was another one to pick up. And just really well played there from James. Like, he doesn't really wide swing the angle too wide out from ramp. Just gets a lot of shoulder baits in. Just tries to bait Crims that he's not sticking the bomb, but at the same time, still gathering that information. And even though Crims wins the fight, time is so low that there's not even enough to get onto that bomb, get it defused. And for Fnatic, they've got an AWP being saved in, but they're going to have to eco around it. 5-1 now for the CIS squad.
Deagle's in on 3, CZ out for Golden. AWP with Jakino, of course, being passed off towards him because he needs to get bolstered with the hero. Big Kinder. SMP5 could do some damage, but I don't expect it too much. Again, looking towards the AKs and AWP to have the impact, and VP are playing out the standard A default here. Smoke down, ready to go. VP are facing contact. Smokes will be put up by Brolin as they try and hold them back here, but the execution is already set in, and VP are on their way into the site. Damage done, especially to Jakino on 43 points of health. How does Jakindar take this player down? On the boost, does he wait for Smoke to clear? The Eagles tap through, eventually Brolin does catch that 1 kill.
Do they just keep committing with this? This is a complete gamble stack. They might even be able to fend off the AWP, but Jakino's getting quite aggressive.
James own up towards sandbags, finds a good frag on JW. Jakino. Gun barrel needs to just poke out for Kicker to know exactly what's going on here. The bomb's going to try cross one player top of boost. Brolin's going to be seen. That's a good spray. Damage done, but it's Deagle. Dome Sanji. All right. Bomb dropped to the open to CTs have information and time to play with. But Jakino brings the fight against Kicker, which he loses. And Kicker doubles up against Brolin with Buster chiming into the site itself. He's Golden alone in a 1 versus 3. 1 tap found was a headshot, but needs to find 2 more.
Kickett's got the opportunity to just try to get the bomb down. CZ doing a lot of damage. Kickett surviving on 1 point. And for Fnatic there, they had a lot going for them. Brolin was able to hold a great defensive out from that alley position, but it was the overextension of the AWP that just allowed Kickett to do exactly that. See that first player swing onto the second and just get 2 simple kills.
6-1 to the board of VP. Fnatic struggling hard here on CT side. 3 rounds on the trot for VP. There was a 3 for the pistol and conversions also involved. The gun's back out for Fnatic on a full-blown rifle round. Nades in, Molotov does get pulled out by Kicker a little bit early. Could get overwhelmed by the rifles involved, and indeed JW gets that frag on him. Buster already caught up by Chiquino over on the B play. Backed up by Brolin as well as VP try and take the very fast entry here. Smokes down towards that cross. Incendiaries might stall for a few seconds. Orb up high, does see James, does take a secondary pick back. The 5-on-2 is game, but what can Yakindar do here? Incredible sprays! 4K, not the ace, but Sanji's perfectly set up to deal with this. And the IGL of Fnatic in Golden, a 1v1 clutch for him.
Oh my goodness, Yakindar may have just been the star of that round. 4 kills pushed up towards CT, and now Golden's got to try and win the 1 versus 1, and Sanji's just playing with him. He's just getting the mind games. He's not moving at all.
Who's going to blink first? M4's tag so heavy, Sanji backed up. Yekindar about to become a hero in the eyes of VP because Sandy's still on the B side and Golden's rotating to A. This is a free bomb plant.
Oh, just the internal clock, just to be able to run the timer in your head, know how long it's probably going to take Golden to rotate away, and he's got to come back, but it's going to take him a little while. At least he's got the nades. He doesn't have a kit, though.
Incendiary smoke flash for Sanji. Golden starts leaning in. That bomb is planted close from the main entrance, so there's a chance that Golden can get behind the hard cover and stick the whole defuse. You mentioned no kit. There's one on the floor, though. He just picked it up. Now he starts moving closer here. Time is ticking. Sanji's got to get the perfect headshot. Golden not losing any of that utility, and Sanji lands it. Perfectly done. But Yekindar deserves all the plaudits for that one. 4 kills for him from what was a 5 versus 2 scenario. He was the guy that brought it back for Virtus.pro.
That may be the sickest spray transfer I've seen in ages. Oh my goodness. I can't believe he gets 4. I cannot believe he single-handedly brings that round back, and then just the taps to come through from Sanji. How demoralizing that must be from Fnatic.
Again, because a 5v2 scenario, and they're taking a tactical timeout for it. Because they have just been wrecked every situation. And yeah, that is not a pretty look. We saw them being stressed during the RMR. We saw them just not having a great time at all. And it doesn't look like they're having a great time at the moment either. 7-1 for VP. Fnatic, they're in deep duty.
Yeah, they are. They really are. That was a sensational round for the T side. And even for Sanji, like, pressure's still on for him. You mentioned the bomb really wasn't planted for him, but still gets the tap nonetheless. Doesn't buckle under the pressure. Just the way that he just baits out the rotation. Now a bit of an early duel out towards the B stage. Akindo and Buster just working together. Easy pickings for the T side.
Smoke up for JW as well. Trying to hold out some sort of contact here. Small gap to the right-hand side. Does get Yekindar. Finish off the job that Crims had started. 4v3 situation for VP. Still with the advantage. Still can probably easily out-frag Fnatic. Again, it's only a half buy for the CT side, so damage is the name of the game.
Amble stacks again. Got a couple of players pressed up towards ramp, and for Virtus.pro, it's so quiet. It's so slow, too. Don't really contest out towards the B stairs outside of that early contact. Haven't taken ramp. Don't really have a mid lurk. Instead, just running the clock, waiting for a mistake to come in.
Time's getting on. VP. It's getting those weapons out of dodge that way. Fnatic cannot get their hands on it. Yeah, that is smart. Mentioned before, the Deagles, their main objective is to get damage, but if they can save rifles into the next round, that would be even better for them. 40 seconds. VP have got to focus on the execution now. They've got to play towards A.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Try and get those AKs out of play. Make sure that there's no way they can be recovered. 30 seconds on the clock, and now only they're starting to show the util up to A.
Two players still to defend against it. Roland and Giacchino on different sides of the site. The Eagles up, pressing forward to the smokes. Here's a headshot on 1 and 2, not found for Giacchino. He does drop that bomb. Brolin tries to do one better, but he's unable to hold it together. And now all left to JW is the last man standing. The bomb plant will be secured. They have done damage at least Fnatic.
JW giving up that info, but just the sound cue. Deagle just trying to see if he can get a bit of a headshot, see if they can line up. They peek together, and Kickit and Jane working together out on that post plant. 8 on the board now for Virtus.pro. And I will say, the scoreline is maybe a little bit of a showing that it is just a one-sided fest, and it has been at times, but Fnatic have still kept some of these rounds close, so maybe they do deserve to get a couple of more rounds, and they just haven't been able to convert. But at the same time, though, Jay, like being down 8-1 in your opening best of 1 in IEM Summer, it is an awful spot to be in.
They were already down 7 and 6-1 a moment ago, and you could see how they were reacting to that. I can't imagine what the Fnatic cameras look like at the moment. Fnatic is... It's a bit of a tragic story, as I mentioned before, but just... Man alive, please, like, just show some confidence here against VP, at least to hold something. And some confidence, show that you still got some signs of life. VP feeling like they're beating a dead horse quite literally at this stage. Crims, headshot on Yekindar, finds the opening frag.
Just a walk up from ramp. Now the utility coming out, a double entry, and Giacchino's come in with the AWP, but it's almost too late. They can get this bomb down in. I don't even know if this is retakeable. 5 versus 3 for the T side. This shouldn't happen.
Oh, trying to fire back on the wall bang, but you're right, Fnatic have just got to save. I don't know what to say here. 9 to the board of VP. And they are just looking like a team on a very different level compared to Fnatic. Could be looking at another very simple G2-like series when they absolutely decimated the extra salt side. And again, whenever would you think Virtus.pro will just manhandle Fnatic like that, like in a single-digit scoreline? Like, no one. I mean, I guess you could say people could expect it to a certain extent, given how Fnatic have been falling down, but it's just the one-sided nature of it that really concerns me.
Yeah, I'm with you. Like, for VP to get a win, the best of one against Fnatic, not really a big surprise, right? But when you're up 9-1 and you're as dominant as you are and you're winning rounds in a 2v5 deficit, it's a surprising one, and it's an eye-opener, really. Fnatic having it tough. We only saw from them a couple of days ago, they lost to Fiend, the sort of up-and-coming Bulgarian team in the Tier 2 divisions, and now just getting absolutely slapped around from Virtus.pro. They're running double AWPs onto Jakino and JW, just looking for an answer back.
Already nades on Brolin, tagging a 70 HP. Fnatic trying to press forward here, the AK sprays. Landing late shots on Jakino, nades back, trying to do some damage to respond here for the CT side. They do find that pick on JW. Here towards the B side, one of the 2 AWPs in play. Now that's at least a start here for Fnatic.
That's what they need. Take a little bit of pressure away from the B-lurk, considering the majority of this control is looking like it wants to be maintained out from ramp. Brolin might just give them the aggressive duel that they need for James to be able to turn this back to a 4v4.
Shots trying to return. AWP doesn't connect it, though. And the T side of VP press further towards ramp position. Fnatic and their way up and out. Incendiaries on, going to drive them away. Yekendar's going to burn a 68. Again, VP going to run the clock low, but they force need to find a trade as well as gain the actual site take. Fnatic are at the advantage for the moment. That might be about to change as Jakino burns the 9 points of health, and Kicker catches that trade at long last. Now VP going to make their moves in. You've got Brolin creeping up closer, does catch Kicker off guard. Yekindar there with the trade, also burns to very little HP of his own right, but now the bomb's got to commit to site. 15 seconds for VP to get there. Fnatic can contest it still.
Just trying to spam through that smoke, deny that bomb from going down, and for Yakindar, he's now been able to get himself onto an AWP.
Watching for Sanji at the side, positioning Golden, hard on the tag. Smoke's going to go right past the T-side member. Peeks in, sees Crim's head, but Crims wins the fight. M4 not quite good enough to get the full-on kill. Flashes in, still James lands that one shot. Yakindar turns his AWP up as well. Double AWPs on the hold, and Crims gets his frag, turning away from James, but James still gets 2 kills, still gets 10 rounds of EP.
And what a post plant, and what a recovery that really was. You can see in which Fnatic get that opening pick out towards the B stairs. The hybrid player, JW, finds that early one, and then a lot of information goes down. They're running the clock. It ends up swing quite wide from Kickert, and then even there, Yakinda realizes he's so tagged up. Oh, I'll just pick up this other AWP that's down onto the ground, and between him and James, they just find so many shots.
Second tactical called in by Fnatic. Wondering where they go from here with VP fighting from every back foot that Fnatic put them on, and still they come out on top in these rounds. M4 already bought by Crim, so we are going to be seeing the rifle buy from Fnatic here. AWP, of course, for Jakino, SMG for Golden. Jakino's completely glass cannon in this one, however. Limited utility as well for most every single player for Fnatic. And Virtus.pro just having full control of it.
Now, Jakino looking to go quite aggressively out towards ramp, try and take an early duel with the AWP. Might be able to find off Kickert.
Oh, the gap of Jakino just doesn't connect anything for it. Perfect chance for Fnatic to start, and it's just not happened here. VP had the passive ramp control and the pick on JW in the end, finding him out from mid control. Starting things off well enough.
And even just a walk can come through out towards the B stairs. Good incendiary timing down from Golden to at least sort of halt the T's for a little while longer, but he's retreating while they're pushing forward. Utility being set up as VP, try and look on Golden. Smoke at the ready, SMG in hand.
caught off by the flash. Buster instantly in with a frag. Crim's trying to look for a response, but still he can't do it. Manic firing, bullets flying all over the place here for Fnatic, but they just can't seem to line up a kill. Molotov back at Buster, trying to force Brawlin away. Does so much damage towards him without even taking a fight, and somehow Buster's still alive, by the way. Tagged so heavily so early on in the round, but still alive and kicking at 23 HP. And Fnatic, well, they're not kicking at all. They're backing off.
Look at Kick It. He's just a lurk out from ramp. Like, they got the read so early on that the save call was coming in. So this could be more exit kills in. At least the AWP keeps the life alive for Chiquino. But you just even look at that from Buster. Like, he's just strafing everywhere. He's jumping around, evading so many of the nades and so many of those bullets. And just the timing, the way that he's able to get that up towards the walk, really, towards the right-hand side of the banger position. Flash comes in high. Golden's just with a smoke out, and the instant swinging towards the side. Another great site execution in for Virtus.pro. 11-1 up, Jay. What is going on?
Virtus.pro are going on to win. Going on to the best of 3 matches with a victory in tow, and Fnatic is constantly struggling with this. When is this streak going to end? When are the troubles going to finally dissipate here for the CT side? They have to rest on the T side, perhaps? I mean, another 14-1 comeback shouldn't be possible, right?
No, you can't imagine so. Virtus.pro just in their own element right now. They're playing with a lot of confidence. They're really running down the clock low. They're getting a lot of opening man advantages. Brolin just trying to push forward to that smoke, try and see if they can find some early contact out towards ramp, but they really haven't won a lot of fights from this early ramp, at least aggression.
VP happy to play careful again towards the ramp defaults here. 3 players total on this T-side line. Leaning up towards the alley entrance. There is one CT that could challenge them. Brolin's looking for that gap in the smoke, though, so he's not taking face. Nice nade on, damage being done, the 50 points of health. Perfect placement for VP, knowing exactly where Fnatic are playing from and just punishing them as accordingly.
Yeah, that early damage could actually lead into so much more, and Brolin's even thinking about getting further aggressive with his teammate. All just comes down to whether the T-side continue holding this angle.
I think they are, yeah. Kicker's watching, so back in the lower portions of the ramp, sees Brolin, killing easy. Crims swing back to get a secondary chance. Kicker's got utility in the Molotov, going to try to force him out, and James has his back. So nicely done there from VP.
They just know. They're reading it so well right now, and in a position where Chiquino needs to fight a bit of a trade, but he needs help on A.
I think he needs more than a bit of a trade. I think he needs a big play. Does find Kicker to start. CT players inbound, orb field, battle one out by James, however. Bomb plant will be secured. JW trying to deny it. Sandy's fighting behind the hard cover, though. As Golden gets overwhelmed, all rest of the veteran. The 1v4 scenario. He gets that first kill, can't find the next player through the smoke, grabbing that AK in the back lines. Has a kit in the smoke of his own right, so he could technically go for the ninja defuse. Or potentially just fight off the retake in general, catching Yekindar next up. Smoke goes back down on the bomb. Covered off against the T-side players. Behind hard cover, tap through with the AWP and the Deagle. JW still not on it. Sprays back and forth. We're going to try and find the bomb once again. And James connects it through the smoke. Denies the ninja. Gets his quadra. Gets 12 for VP.
I do like that they at least tried to go for that clutch. Just look at this play out for Virtus.pro. Like, they're just waiting for the over-aggression. They know that it's coming in. Chiquino only finds one, then just gets peeked in by James. Everything just so successful right now. That bomb just not being denied. JW trying to go in for the 1 versus 3. Deals with that first player, but no more than that. And a tactical coming through from Fnatic. I guess it has to, right?
Third one called in this map up and in this half. Fnatic really struggling for ideas, really struggling for anything, really. I don't know how you fight your way out of this position. I don't think anybody knows. Like, you kind of got to hope that VP have a bit of a lapse in form and you can find your way back as a result of a choke, because this is just such a ridiculous scoreline. Fnatic have got to find some way to bring it back. And the force buy-in for round 14. We'll see SMGs out for Masters to back up the 2 M4s that JW and Brolin have. JW is going to try to force forward immediately. Can he get any? And Yekindar does find the kill.
Just ready for that over-aggression. Good flashes coming for Fnatic, but just so many bodies there. And for Sanji, he's just waiting for the over-aggressive mid play, and it might just come to him.
Sat ready, waiting. Aquino seen around the corner. A bit awkward. They line up for him, and he gets one kill at the very least. 3 versus 2 still for VP's favor. Fnatic have no A presence. I think they might have the info on both of the individuals here. Bron's going to try rotate and provide support here, but he's forced to back away towards the main entrance, and the flashes go over for VP as they suppress what remains of Fnatic.
Yeah, Buster can clear out B. Look at where he is right now, out towards the B stairs. Just try and see if they can sell him on a bit of a fake, but instead he's going to start regrouping with his teammates, actually.
VP still being careful about this, knowing that Fnatic still have potential to do some frag power, especially with the M4 in. Buster clearing out the backstab. Seeing nothing else from VP out towards this A side. They've still got a fair amount of utility, so they can go for the extra entries in a moment's time. Especially now that Fnatic have fallen back here. The smoke goes down, and VP will finally go for the exit. 20 seconds, maybe if they can catch him on the cross on the smoke. It's an opportunity perhaps for the bomb plant to be denied. Incendiary coming close actually does do something of a similar effect here. Ekindar's got to force away, re-smoke back down, Incendiary coming forward. Brolin, chance to kill off the bomb carrier. No, they get the kills in. Someone's got to go for the plant right now. Ekindar will do so, and Golden can't deny it. Now on 45 HP for the 1v2 retake. Found that first, not that second.
They're just so disciplined there for Virtus.pro. Like, they don't buckle under the pressure, do they? You can see that for Fnatic, they actually use some really good utility. Time is low. They start putting an Incendiary close towards the site, deny that bomb from going down, and then they just kind of wait. Like, the time is so low. You get 8, 7 seconds, and they're just waiting for the peak to come through the smoke, eventually get that bomb down, play out the 2 versus 1. And for Fnatic, the buy-up going into round 15 doesn't really look that healthy at all. You've got an M4, a couple of FAMASas, and a couple of Deagles to work with.
Molotovs in, nades up, damage down the Sanji and kicker. Get a counter nade involved here from the CT side. Nothing will be able to do so. Ekindar wins the fight on Brolin. Crim's going to trade back on Sanji. Ekindar supporting with some team damage, I can assume, a 4 versus 4. Fnatic trying to force forward to gain an advantage. Kicker gives up a fight to Crims. That's a start back to the man advantage of the CT side.
Now, they keep aggressing, and this could actually be the play to get a little bit more, but James spots the angle out on the side.
Oh, M4 loses his chance. Buster gets a trade back, and James got to fall away, knowing that Jakino dropped off. No, he didn't, actually. Thinking he was still up at the entrance, and now Ekindar has got the clutch to hold. 22 HP, the bomb dropped. Jakino knows it. Golden's going to try coming to support. How does Ekindar play this smoke down? Probably to grab it here. Akers and take the spray. Ugh. Pixels away. 1 tap's all he needs, and Fnatic at the very last hurdle will get a second round to turn 13-2 that favors Virtus.pro.
You're strong enough that you don't have to hide. No, you don't have to hide. You're strong enough with your battle cry. Brings you to your knees.
Show me an opening in the clouds, and I'll take it. Yeah, reminding myself to just let go. Don't wonder how far I can fall. Don't look down, never fade out. And I just wanna be someone and never fall behind again. Just keep on moving on, never look down. heavens are the limit now. Let's fly just one more night. One more night.
Fnatic in dire straits at a 13-2 deficit. Virtus.pro need only a few more rounds, really. I mean, a pistol could be enough to get them past the hurdle in this CT side, in this map of Vertigo, in our best-of-1 series against Fnatic. And honestly, I just don't see much hope here for the Swedes here, Dwayne. Like, they got 2 rounds, 1 first gun round, and the 15th at the end of the half. It's just not good enough. It's not good enough to win out in this context.
Without a doubt. And really, the picture is being painted that for Virtus.pro, they've come out here and they've just looked exceptional. Individually, they've looked really on point. As a team and as a unit, they've really been able to strike. And we can just see it every time we go to the face cams of these Fnatic guys. They're just getting further and further frustrated. And I guess you kind of have to be when you're down 2-13 in a best-of-1 against VP.
If you're not frustrated in this situation, then I don't know what you are. There's nothing else that I can say. Nothing else the Fnatic can say. All it's coming down to is just acting, getting the comeback. A 13-2 comeback, an incredible comeback if it comes forward for them. The pistol rounds is going to have to be the start of it. Fnatic, Utility and Roland, Smoke, Molly, no upgrade pistols. Flash Smoke, HG for Sanji, Defuse, get over on kick up with a smoke. Slowly walk around the corner here for Fnatic.
Yeah, there's so much mid-presence, though. Dual setup being set, and by Sanji and James, this could be the crossfire that locks it all.
Smokes in, nades back, James tagged early. Good start for Fnatic. Kicker holding with the taps forward. What else can he find? Looking for Golden, looking for Jakino. Jakino wraps around the corner. JW gets dealt with by James. Good taps coming in from this pistol, but Golden finally can't overwhelm it. So 4v3. Buster's lurking back at the stairs area, though. Ooh, Golden and Brolin. They have no idea about this. Headshot not taken, but Brolin checks the back and does find the frag.
A good check coming in for the T side, and for Virtus.pro, they had 2 players on B, 2 to have a crossfire for mid, so the perfect setup to defend with the mid split, but really just not being able to connect a lot of those shots, a lot of over peaks coming through from Fnatic, and even just that check from Brolin out towards the B stairs, that was everything onto Buster.
That with 1 more good pick and 2. At least making it look like a decent round up there from him, but VP ultimately will concede the pistol to Fnatic. An all-important one for the Swedes. A survival round for the Swedes. Within 10 of the lead, however, VP back on the force buy.
A bit of a way back in now. You've got to imagine for Virtus.pro, just force it up, try and see if they can get those upgraded weapons as quickly and as possible. Sanji dropping over for Master Yakinda, trying to get the heavy hitter as much of a chance to get as much impact as possible.
SMG is involved, of course, for Crimson Golden to get some money going here for the T side. Tap through the scouts, Galil's in. Trying to look for those common positions. Fnatic have a very passive behind this smoke.
James just working with his teammate. I love the aggression coming through from Yakinda. Nade down towards ramp, does a little bit of chip damage. This Famasto does get checked by Brolin.
Yakinda overwhelmed, flashing in, Jakino. AK watching and spraying. Doesn't get anything through the walls, however. Smokes down, Molotovs into the sandbags area. Sanji gonna get completely siphoned off here from the backlines. Fnatic. We're gonna take that A side, but the scout is still boosted. Doesn't connect that shot though.
A nice little attempt for the boost out for the snipers nest, but VP, this might just have to be a save call. They're locked out. They're not going to get this retake in. They've got a couple of players without Kevlar, no kit, bit of a backstab in. JW might be able to cut off Buster, but you can already see the CT's out of it. Oh, this Deagle is having a tough time.
That is, though. Sanji finds his pick. And VP at least takes something with them on the way out of the round, but not around itself. A fourth Fnatic. Virtus.pro down to Eco as well around this fourth spy. So we will be seeing a fifth most likely for the Swedes. I mean, maybe VP could put it back. I mean, maybe they could do some do something nasty against them. They have got the Deagle and the upgraded weapons and the couple of rifles that they had initially. Good efforts from Sandy to try and go for the wallbang shots, but unable to connect to Fnatic's players at this moment in time. So, 4 players alive. Upgrade pistols still passed off to the players who couldn't afford to buy here for VP, so everyone's going to have a weapon.
And at least have something. At least have some sort of weaponry to try and follow up with a bit of damage. And for Fnatic, you're probably looking at someone like Crims to just start really working the money, start working that Mach 10. So many players without the Kevlar is going to be fantastic for that kind of a weapon. And for Virtus.pro, just trying to see if they can get a pick here or there.
Smoke's involved, the Eagles looking closer. Galil boosted up a Brolin. Just caught the head of Yekindar, but Yekindar's going to have that information and realize that Fnatic are also out there as well. They'll fall back. VP not pressing too far forward here with the default.
Not really contesting from ramp, are they? They had a bit of a check, bit of an info spot, but really they've just fell back. A bit more of a lean out towards the B side, but with all of this information from Spam and Utility coming in, VP might start bringing members back over to A.
Over a minute to the clock, and the Eagles try and get back here towards the ace stack. There is 4 players here from Virtus.pro. 1 man in Buster, going to try to keep his way forward as well, try and get back to position. Nice nades on. Brolin does finally open up onto Yekindar. Sanji to the smoke lands the headshot. Golden going for the plant. Is Kiko thinking about the spray? Yes, he gets the bomb plant denial here. Now can't quite get the denial. Sanji mounts the corner, finds Brolin, finds JW. Where's the backup from Chiquino? They're going to let this force spike go their way. Not even a force spike, an eco in this round with saved weapons in the previous. Chiquino getting 2 frags for 30 seconds to grab that bomb, get it down. VP have the main over the A sites.
They've got everything. The bomb drop, the time. Giacchino's got a smoke, but he's got to isolate these 2 picks. And for the City side, they're just not really giving him up angles. They're playing this so passively.
Kicker finally gives up the ghost, but he gets the frag anyway and gets VP to 14. That is crippling for Fnatic. Not just because it was a bit of a low investment from Virtus.pro, but also because the money just wasn't there for the teams. They need to get that round.
What a play. Like, you look at how that all starts off, and it's just Kicker spamming the smoke, hearing where that bomb is getting planted, goes, all right, let's see if I can deny it. It gets denied the first time, does a little bit of further follow-up damage, and so much time gets wasted. Those smokes start dissipating, and Sanji just runs through it, gets 2 kills, and Giacchino is sitting there all by himself at the sandbags. What a round to win.
Gonna force back coming in for Fnatic, straight rush out from going up towards the top of ramp. Does get a dink off on Yekindar, but Sanji and Yekindar can combine to get the kill against him. Having info to the HP damage being done to Virtus.pro. Crims getting naded back here. Secondary nade from Jane probably could do some more damage. Lands a little bit short, actually. Doesn't go all the way to side alley entrance.
As crossmokes go down, so this could be a pretty decent chance to just get the bomb in, but VP, we know what they can be like on these spams.
Bomb plant going to be stuck down here for Fnatic, a little bit more closed off in terms of the plant position. Incendiaries to suppress, and do VP go for the save? I thought there was one player that was backing off there. It's actually checking mid. Buster with the backstab, have a look for JW. Oh, he might slip right past him. Take inbound from VP, JW. Oh, he's stuck right past Buster. They think it might be clear, but if the CT's going to act quick enough, then they might be able to nullify this entire backstab. JW's got all the work to do. Galil in, sees Crims, tags him, sees Brolin. JW gets found as well, and all after Crims, who's a known entity. They can sit in the defuse, he can fight all he wants, but VP can have this round. It's down to, no, they haven't got it, have they?
No,
they were far too late! They were far too late to get on the bomb, and Fnatic deny map point.
Oh, so much time wasting coming down there for the City side. No one getting on that bomb straight away. So many man advantages in. Buster doing so much work in terms of distractions and damage from the backstab and ramp. JW got caught off, but no one's on the bomb.
Yeah, VP had to go ahead and stick it. I mean, they kind of knew where he was. They knew that that was the player back over at Tarps, and the bomb just can't be defended from Tarps, so... Virtus.pro, and it's starting off this round with a pick, but James responds immediately to Brolin's putt. 4-on-4 scenario immediately gained. Sanji loses his life out towards the mid control, and Kicker can't quite find the trade. Flashbang turned away from, player does get caught in the end.
AWP's coming quickly towards the B side. Another trade coming back, but it's still a 3 versus 2 now for the T side. Fnatic with the man advantage getting the bomb in.
Nade does nothing as well. Crim's close on 38 points of health. VP might actually want to consider the save this time. Not a lot of money in the bank. Rifles might be more valuable to them. Kick out loses the fight against Crims though. Flashbang forward of Kit, Yekindar. Able to do mass amounts here on the B side from the T side half. Can you do it here for the CT clutch? He's got that first frag. Kit picked up, but no more util and no more time. He's going back for the AWP, saving it. Fnatic continue to keep their lives here in this map.
Yeah, it's survival rounds, and it's looking decent here on T side. Only one round going the way of Virtus.pro just yet. And while they are up to 14, and you'd expect to be able to close in a somewhat decent fashion, Fnatic are really giving them the fight. The one element that Fnatic have really got to try and work on now is being able to win some more convincing rounds, because even though they're down by this kind of a margin, just being able to have that money support behind them is really what's necessary right now.
AWP being the only thing saved here for VP. It's just going to have to be the deco coming in from the CT side. Fnatic finally stacking up some confidence, finally stacking up some rounds and starting to look halfway decent. Up in for James, though, immediately finds Golden. Wastes no time in kicking things off, and if this is the buy that Fnatic lose at point 2, then, well, we could be looking at even further troubles for them later on in the tournament. Yekindar does get caught by Brolin, though, so it is training back to a 4v4.
Pretty much relies on James in this round. Already started off with a great pick out from ramp. Needs a little bit more assistance. JW even just with a slow walk out from mid. Could get an easy fight onto Buster. That at least opens up the mid position. And that means that for VP, they've got to sort of pull their attention slightly of just checking mid every now and then now.
Smokes down, Sanji. Pushed away there by Jakino's utility. The AWP the same. He's going to get boosted up. Actually, just look above the smoke. Catches one player, does not get a full kill against him. The Deagle could be able to do some damage. Flick back of Sanji, not quite connecting as Kicker does get one good frag. And now with an AK in hand, a 1v2 with a full set of utility. Oh, not quite full set, double flash and smoke. Does he want to go for this with no kit, though?
Yeah, without armor is probably the bigger one rather than just the kit. But yeah, just hold on to the AK. You know that was a pretty light investment round. Wasn't a massive amount that went into it. So at least getting away with a T-side weapon. Still keeping the round pretty damaging. 3 players falling for Fnatic. 7 on the board for the T-side. And this is starting to look a lot better from the Swedes. This is almost what we wanted to see so much earlier in the best of one, rather than in a portion where it almost feels like this comeback's coming in a little bit too late now.
Grab that orb for Chikino here to save a little bit extra in for Fnatic. Leave that 7th for the T side. VP have at least an AK to work off of. No AWPs can get brought down. I mean, technically they could if they want to go glass cannon. VP, however, the bottom line is that they will have a buyback here against Fnatic. Another gun round coming in, and actually James does go for the glass cannon AWP.
Yeah, once that AWP has been successful with a lot of opening picks, but almost needing a little bit more support, knowing that he's only going... Bit of a bait play. Fnatic just trying to work out their default now.
Spray through, Sanji catches Brolin, that's a start. Aggression into the side alley control, immediately removing all of the ramp position. Meanwhile, the AWP of James sees what's going on. Utility and nice pulled out of the T-side lines, and James lands a secondary kill, turning away from the flashbang. Jakino gets one trade, knows that James still out there. Flashbang trying to be evaded again by the AWP. The bomb is dropped in mid, however, so Crimson's efforts towards the B side are going to be pretty much useless unless Jakino can grab the device again. Nade's coming in close, will tag him up. James just hunting for some sort of pick back. Sanji gets Jakino though, and now it's all left to the AK in a 1v3.
As the low HP player, it's Crims that has opened up B. There's got to be the one to try and clutch. Bomb control in favor of the city side out for mid, and so much time to work with.
Looking around on the left-hand side, I'm going to catch someone in the CT spawn. Smokes also go down as Crims just continues facing. He's looking on. Nothing being seen. James sees him, gets his 3K involved. Big AWP play for him out in the mid position. And finally, it is match point VP.
That was just class, is really what it was. We saw Sanji aggressive up towards that ramp position, and then just the NWP from James gets away with so much, keeps falling back, continues doing damage. Nothing being found there by the Fnatic side at all. 15-7. One round will do it, and one round will get them into the upper bracket best of 3.
8 rounds for Fnatic to bring this back, and look at the Tech 9 buy that they got here, supported by the AK Jakino. Sanji seeing him out towards the mid position, not going to take too much of an engagement early. Smoked back, still takes a fight on Jakino, which doesn't quite go that well for him. He does damage, but they also do damage to him. Positioning out towards the CT spawn, Buster getting Molotov away, burning away. Brolin, Mac 10 frag involved, Crimson's been seen, but Sanji going to cut off the rotators and the backstab players on the flank. Kicker now stands alone, and Sanji does get traded. It in, Jakino can find that kill against him. So, 3 versus 2 for Fnatic. Bomb plant secured, VP. Considering their options here, do they go for the retake or do they go for their save? With that kill, it might be retake.
Yeah, that's a big kill to come through. JW still aggressive, and Yakindo out towards the B stairs. Can't quite find the angle. Now the save call might have to come in.
James thinking of looking around at Scaff. He's going for this, actually. Flashbang in. This isn't James time, boys. Smoke on cross. Counter incendiary. That might make it James time, though. On the bomb itself, driving James away. Got to take the long-range fights. He's getting close to Brolin. Doesn't find the pick, and now doesn't find the round. He does save for 8 for Fnatic.
VP have had it tough to close out on Vertigo, right? When you get yourself a 13-2 scoreline at the half, you normally expect it to be closed out pretty quickly, but instead, only a couple of city rounds has been their way, individual in nature, and now even in a position where money doesn't look that great. Nice little hold there from Fnatic. We could see the split coming in from mid, but it was just how quickly they were overwhelming the anchor of kick it down onto the side.
SMG in for kicker as well. M4 going to come out. They're going to force the buy here, actually. Okay, VP. Well, a half buy, actually, then a full-on force invest.
Oh, no.
Buster actually takes out kicker. That's not good. Okay. Well, B-side's open. Fnatic have control. And there ain't much the VP can do about that.
Yeah, hold on to the AWP, hold on to the M4. Maybe Sanji could look in for a little bit of an exit frag, but yeah, not going to be any more. Nicely done from Fnatic. Nice pace coming out towards the B stairs. And as soon as that TK comes out, it's just right. Let's just run it up. We'll trade out. We'll move back into B, get the bomb down. And Fnatic, they get up to 9 now.
Yeah, nice and efficient again. VP are kind of being held back from, again, closing out this map up. Like you mentioned, they're having a difficult time about this. And, well, VP are kind of making some mistakes to make that difficult. I mean, TK is the most obvious one, but Fnatic have been allowed to walk up to this position. They've been allowed to bring in 8 rounds. AWP of James ready as Yekindar gets his kill. James finds another good frag back to at least get some X's together for the CT side. Maybe Sanji can get a rifle out of this. Or decent damage to JW, but not getting away with the kill. And then 6 of the lead. Fnatic catching up to VP.
And all of that chaos, Yakindo was actually able to upgrade that that M4 to a dropped over AK. So that's something being brought forward for the VP side. Still got that AWP in play as well for James. And for Virtus.pro, the big question is, when are they going to be able to close here? How much opportunity are they really going to give Fnatic to come back? 6 in a row to OT doesn't feel completely impossible at this point.
The issue is, of course, when the VP get that one good round. That's all they need, just one good turnaround. Fnatic to lose control of some sort of aspect, an opening frag or a awkward sort of rush tactic or something like that, and then VP are just going to have full control of this map up. Smokes in, flashes over, catching the AWP blinded initially. Fnatic are being careful about their defaults, which is part of the reason why they've been allowed to get this so far. VP not finding an opening kill. Crimscreen here on B side though.
Double anchor on B. Flash coming out towards the B stairs. He just falls down. Doesn't even really want to try and take that duel. At least getting the information that Kicker's here. Doesn't know about Buster though.
Be the off-anger if they play towards the B side, but Fnatic are initially looking like they want to go towards A. Molotovs and nades inbound. Yekindar forcing forward. Smoke up, going to try and provide some support, but Brolin gets the kill. Kicks things off for the T side.
Now, good start coming in. Nade gonna fall back, hardly doing any chip damage at all. At least they're bringing a lot of players back over to A.
Sindir is in a side alley. James going to try force forward of it. Can he see the likes of Crims? Yes, he can. Get that frag in. And now Fnatic are forced to make their move. James going to burn pretty heavily, but still get the kill on Bronn. Meanwhile, the bomb plant can be secured. They'll catch up Jakino as it does go down for Golden, but it's him and JW up to hold off against the retake. And James finds another kill, leaving it all to Golden. AK in hand, backed up to ramp, crept in upon by the CT forces, wins out that first fight, needs to win out a handful more. James, the easiest player to find. Kiko takes face, secondary kill. AWP missed out as well. They're giving him the 1v1s here. Golden getting given the golden opportunities. But Bomb now got to be stuck on the defuse. James with the kit. Got to line up. Golden sees Sanji. Wins that fight. Whoa, he holds it! Golden with a clutch! And Fnatic stay alive!
You are kidding! You are kidding me! I cannot believe that is the round in which gets converted to keep the streak alive. What a massive clutch coming in from Golden. So many 1v1 faces giving up on the opportunity. And he can even see there for Brolin. He's excited about that one because they know that they are still in this game.
To think as well, they're still in this game with a 13-2 down. They have put in the hard yards. They have put in every single benefit that they've had, and VP have been unable to close this map. We talked about Vertigo being a scrap fest. It's not quite what we saw in the first half, but right now, Fnatic are pumped, and Fnatic have momentum. They've taken a tactical timeout. They've got from Masters, M4s, and a double op setup to play for here. Is this breaking momentum going to allow VP to close this out at last?
It's something. It's a variation in the buy status. Bring the double orbs forward, try and see if they can find some impact elsewhere. Double nades out towards a mid position to start off and kick it. The person that invests in towards that double AWP is actually the one that starts off with the kill.
That's the frag that they need to kickstart this round, to kickstart this 16th for VP. Is it going to go that way, or is there more stalling involved for Fnatic? Spray through on JW, sees Kicker, looks for Sanji at the corner, headshot landed. Kicker finds his secondary pick though, taking 1 point of damage. He's been playing this mid control so well so far for VP.
And for Fnatic, they're on the back foot massively here, and even for James, look at the info. He's pushing so aggressively out from ramp, and then just allowing this control to come in, instead getting a boost up towards the B stairs.
Ron, I'm going to look up. Onto the site, dealt with by Buster, that's the bomb. Also being seen, grabbed by Crims, however, and Kicker continues to aggress. Nades on, damage done to Buster, they'll do some wallbang sprays, but not doing any damage for it. Flashes over to there, are they aware of Kicker? Do they think he might not be here? Entirely a possibility, but the Orban Buster sees Crims anyway, gets that kill. It's all down to Golden, and Buster's closed it. 16-10 at long last. Virtus.pro take the best of one and knock Fnatic into the lower bracket.